Chosen ones, an emergency update is unfolding in your life right now, and God has declared an unexpected breakthrough is coming your way out of nowhere. A blessing so powerful, it will shift everything you've ever known. This isn't just a moment. It's a divine turning point, a seismic change that's about to rewrite your story. Your heart feels it, your spirit knows it, and the universe is aligning to bring this miracle into your reality. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will ignite your faith and set your soul ablaze with purpose. This breakthrough isn't something you've planned for or earned through endless striving. It's a gift straight from God's heart, a moment where heaven itself reaches down to touch your life. Picture a storm clearing in an instant, the clouds parting to reveal a sky so bright it blinds you with hope. That's what's coming, a moment where every struggle, every tear, every sleepless night is transformed into a testimony of God's unshakable love. Your financial burdens, your health battles, your broken dreams, they're not the end. They're the setup for what God is about to do. Right now, I need you to pause, take a deep breath, and claim this moment. Hit that like button to send this energy into the universe. And in the comments below, type 777 to declare you're ready for this divine shift. That number carries the power of God's perfection, and by typing it, you're aligning your spirit with His promise. Don't just watch, act. This is your signal to heaven that you're open to receive what's yours. God's timing is never random. You might be wondering why this breakthrough feels so urgent, so sudden. It's because you've been walking through a season of testing, a valley where your faith was stretched, your patience tried, and your heart refined. Think of Joseph, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, locked in a prison. Yet every step prepared him for a palace he couldn't see. Your pit, your prison, your pain, they're not your story's end. They're the foundation for a miracle that's about to burst through. This blessing isn't just about money or health or relationships, though those may come. It's about a complete reset of your life's trajectory. Imagine waking up one morning and feeling a peace so deep it anchors your soul. Picture opportunities knocking at your door, jobs, connections, ideas that seem to appear from nowhere. That's the kind of breakthrough God is orchestrating. It's not about what you deserve, it's about what He's promised. Your job is to stand ready, to trust, to believe even when the world tells you it's impossible. Your life has been a battlefield. Chosen one. You've faced doubts that whispered you're not enough, fears that tried to chain you, and obstacles that felt like mountains. But every time you stood, every time you rose. That resilience, that fire in your spirit, it's why God has marked you for this moment. The enemy thought they could break you, but they didn't know you were forged in heaven's fire. Your strength isn't yours alone. It's God's power flowing through you, preparing you for what's next. Now, let's talk about what this breakthrough looks like. It's not a gentle breeze, it's a tidal wave. It's a phone call that changes your career, a check that clears your debts, a healing that defies medical logic. It's the kind of moment where you look back and say, only God could have done this. The Bible says in Ephesians 3:20 that God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. That's not a maybe, it's a guarantee. Your breakthrough is God's way of showing the world His glory through you. If you're feeling this, if your spirit is stirring, type 777 inches the comments again. Let the heavens know you're claiming this promise. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path together. Your presence here isn't by chance, it's by divine appointment. Stay with me, because this message is for you, and the next part will shake you to your core. This emergency update isn't just about what's coming. It's about who you're becoming. God isn't just handing you a blessing. He's reshaping you into a vessel for His purpose. Think of Esther, a woman who went from orphan to queen, not because she sought power, but because God placed her in the right place at the right time. Your breakthrough is positioning you for a purpose bigger than you can see right now. It's not just about your comfort, it's about your calling. The world might look at you and see someone ordinary, but God sees a warrior, a light, a force. Your breakthrough is the moment the world catches up to what heaven already knows. You've been hidden, but now you're being revealed. Your struggles were never meant to bury you. They were meant to build you. Every scar on your heart, every weight you've carried, has been forging you into someone unstoppable. God's about to pull back the curtain and show the world who you really are. This moment requires faith, chosen one. Not the kind of faith that sits quietly, but the kind that moves mountains. When the breakthrough comes, and it's coming, you'll need to act. Maybe it's saying yes to an opportunity that scares you. Maybe it's forgiving someone who hurt you. Maybe it's stepping into a role you never thought you could handle. Whatever it is, God's already given you the strength. You just have to use it. Let me tell you about David. He was a shepherd, overlooked by his own family, yet God saw a king. When Goliath stood before him, David didn't wait for permission or proof. He ran toward the giant with a sling and a stone, trusting God's promise. Your breakthrough is your Goliath moment. It's the chance to run toward what scares you, knowing God's got your back. That job, that dream, that healing, it's yours to claim. Type 777 inches. The comments one more time to seal this truth in your spirit. This blessing isn't just for you, it's for those around you. When God moves in your life, it ripples out. Your breakthrough will inspire your family, lift your community, and shift generations. Imagine your children seeing you walk in God's favor, your friends watching you rise from ashes to glory. Your life becomes a living testimony, a proof that God's promises are real. You're not just receiving a gift, you're becoming a gift to the world. The enemy doesn't want you to see this. They'll try to whisper doubts, remind you of past failures, or make you feel unworthy. But here's the truth. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Isaiah 54:17. The devil's lies are no match for God's truth. You're not defined by your mistakes or your pain. You're defined by God's purpose. Stand firm, chosen one. Your breakthrough is breaking through right now. This isn't a time to shrink back. It's a time to stand tall, to speak boldly, to walk confidently into what God has prepared. The gates of opportunity are swinging open, and your name is written on them. You don't need to force them or beg for them, they're yours by divine right. God's already cleared the path. Your job is to keep walking. Every step you take is a step into His promise. Picture this: a seed buried in the dark, pressed down by the weight of the earth. It doesn't look like much, but inside, it's alive, ready to break through. That's you. The weight of your struggles was never meant to crush you. It was meant to push you toward the surface, toward the light. Your breakthrough is the moment you burst through the soil, reaching for the Sunday. God's hand is on you, pulling you upward, out of the darkness and into His glory. If this is resonating, if you feel the fire of this truth burning in your chest, join the thousands of chosen one souls by subscribing. Be part of this movement of faith, this army of light. And one last time, type 777 inches the comments to declare that you're ready for what's coming. This is your moment, chosen one. Don't let it pass you by. This breakthrough is personal, but it's also cosmic. It's not just about your bank account or your health. It's about aligning with God's eternal plan. The Bible says in Jeremiah 29:11 that God has plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. That plan isn't somewhere out there, it's unfolding right now. Every closed door, every delay, every tear you've shed has been leading to this. You're not waiting for God's promise, you're standing in it. Your life is a canvas, and God is the artist. What looked like chaos, broken relationships, financial strain, moments of despair, was God painting a masterpiece. You couldn't see it in the middle of the storm, but now the picture is coming into focus. This breakthrough is the moment the colors align, the moment the world sees what God's been creating all along. You're not just surviving, you're becoming a work of art. The urgency of this moment can't be overstated. God's not waiting for you to be perfect or ready. He's moving now. Think of Noah building an ark while the world laughed. He didn't wait for the rain to start. He acted on God's word. Your breakthrough requires the same faith. Start preparing now. Clear out the doubts. Forgive the past. Make room for the blessing. God's about to pour out so much, you won't have room to contain it. Malachi 3:10. This isn't just a feel-good message, it's a call to action. Your breakthrough isn't a passive gift. It's an invitation to partner with God. When the opportunity comes, don't hesitate. When the door opens, walk through it. When the blessing arrives, steward it wisely. You're not just receiving a miracle, you're being entrusted with one. God's chosen you because He knows you can handle it. Let's talk about what's on the other side of this breakthrough. It's not just relief from your struggles, it's abundance. It's peace that doesn't waver, joy that doesn't fade, purpose that doesn't falter. Imagine waking up each day knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you were created to do. That's the life God's calling you to, a life where every moment is charged with His presence. The world will notice this change. People who doubted you, who overlooked you, who hurt you, they'll see something different. Your light will shine so brightly, it'll draw others out of their own darkness. Like Moses, whose face glowed after meeting God, your life will reflect His glory. You won't need to explain it. Your breakthrough will speak for itself. Your story will become a beacon, a proof that God's promises never fail. This emergency update is a wake-up call. You've been sleeping on your own power, chosen one. Not the power of your own strength, but the power of God's Spirit within you. Zechariah 4:6 says it's not by might, nor by power, but by His Spirit. That Spirit is moving in you right now, stirring up faith, igniting hope, preparing you for what's next. Don't ignore it. Lean into it. Let it carry you into this new season. Your breakthrough is a declaration to the universe that God is real, His word is true, and His love is unstoppable. Every step you've taken, every battle you've fought, has been leading to this. You're not just surviving, you're stepping into a destiny that was written before you were born. The gates of heaven are open, and the blessing is yours. Claim it, live it, be it. This breakthrough isn't just a moment, it's a doorway to a new reality. God's hand is on you, chosen one, pulling you into a season where the impossible becomes your everyday. Think of Elijah, who called down fire from heaven when the world doubted. Your breakthrough is your fire moment, a display of God's power that silences skeptics and shifts atmospheres. It's not about proving yourself. It's about letting God's glory shine through you, undeniable and unshakable. Your past has been a classroom, each lesson carving out space for this miracle. Every time you felt overlooked, every door that slammed shut, every dream that seemed to fade, it was God teaching you to trust His timing. The delays weren't denials, they were divine preparation. Now, standing on the edge of this breakthrough, you're not the same person you were. You're stronger, wiser, ready to carry the weight of the blessing God's about to pour out. Picture a river breaking through a dam. The water doesn't ask permission, it surges, unstoppable, carving new paths. That's your breakthrough. It's not waiting for your approval or your readiness. It's coming with force, reshaping your life, washing away doubt, and flooding your world with God's abundance. Your job isn't to control it, but to ride it, to let it carry you into places you never imagined you'd go. This moment is bigger than your personal story. It's a chapter in God's eternal plan. When He moves in your life, it's not just for you, it's to show the world what faith can do. Think of Daniel in the lion's den, untouched by danger because God's hand was on him. Your breakthrough is your lion's den moment, a testimony that God protects, provides, and promotes those He calls His own. The world will watch, and they'll see His power in you. You've carried burdens that weren't yours to bear. Guilt from past mistakes, shame from others' words, fear of what's next, those were never meant to define you. God's breaking those chains now. This breakthrough is your liberation, a moment where you step out of the shadows and into His light. Psalm 34:18 says, God is close to the brokenhearted. He's been with you in every tear, and now He's lifting you into a season of joy. The enemy will try to distract you. They'll point to your failures, whisper that you're not ready, or tempt you to doubt God's promise. But you're not fighting alone. The Holy Spirit is your shield, your strength, your guide. Every time you choose faith over fear, you're swinging a sword the enemy can't block. Your breakthrough isn't just a gift, it's a victory, won through every prayer, every moment you refuse to give up. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, the wind carrying away every weight you've carried. That's what this breakthrough feels like: freedom, clarity, purpose. You're not climbing anymore. You're standing at the peak, seeing the path God's laid out. The view is breathtaking, not because of what you've done, but because of what He's done through you. Your life is about to reflect that view to everyone around you. This isn't about chasing wealth or fame. It's about stepping into God's design for your life. The Bible says in Proverbs 3:5-6, to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Your breakthrough is God's way of showing you His understanding is better than yours. That job you didn't expect, that healing you couldn't explain, that connection you never saw coming, they're all part of His perfect plan. Your heart might be racing, feeling the weight of this moment. That's not fear, it's anticipation. Your spirit knows something's shifting. You're not just hearing words, you're receiving a divine signal. Type 777 inches the comments to anchor this truth, to tell the universe you're ready for what God's bringing. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls standing in this same promise. This is your time, don't miss it. God's been preparing you in the quiet moments. Those nights you prayed alone, those days you felt invisible. He saw you. He was shaping you, strengthening you, aligning you with His purpose, like a potter molding clay. Every pressure, every twist, every moment of heat was crafting you into something beautiful. This breakthrough is the reveal, the moment the world sees the masterpiece God's been working on. The beauty of this blessing is its suddenness. It's not something you could have planned or predicted, like the woman at the well in John 4, who met Jesus and had her life transformed in a single conversation. Your breakthrough will catch you off guard. One moment, you're carrying the weight of the world. The next, you're walking in freedom. God loves to surprise His chosen ones with moments that change everything. This isn't just about what you gain, it's about what you release. Let go of the need to control, the fear of failure, the weight of others' expectations. Your breakthrough is God's invitation to live lightly, to trust deeply, to love boldly. The world will try to pull you back into old patterns, but you're not going back. You're moving forward, into a life that reflects God's glory in every step. Think of Peter walking on water. The storm was raging, the waves were high, but he stepped out because Jesus called. Your breakthrough is your water-walking moment. The world might see chaos, but you see Jesus, calling you to step out in faith. Don't look at the waves, look at Him. Your miracle is waiting on the other side of that step, and it's closer than you think. This blessing is personal, but it's also generational. When God moves in your life, it's not just for you, it's for your children, your family, your legacy. The breakthrough you're about to receive will shift the trajectory of those who come after you. Like Abraham, whose faith blessed nations, your obedience today will ripple through time, touching lives you'll never meet. You're not just breaking through, you're breaking cycles. The enemy can't stop what's coming. They've tried to derail you, to dim your light, to silence your voice. But God's word is final. No scheme, no lie, no obstacle can stand against His promise. Isaiah 55:11 says, His word will not return void. It will accomplish what He desires. Your breakthrough is His word in action, fulfilling the purpose He spoke over you before you were born. You're standing at a crossroads, chosen one. One path leads back to the familiar doubt, fear, limitation. The other leads to the unknown, where God's promises wait. You've walked the familiar path before. You know where it leads. This time, choose the unknown. Choose faith. Choose the breakthrough. God's already gone ahead of you, preparing the way. All you have to do is follow. This moment is sacred. It's not just a video, not just words, it's a divine encounter. God's speaking to you right now, through this message, through the stirring in your heart. He's saying, I see you, I know you, I've chosen you. Your breakthrough isn't a reward for your perfection. It's a gift for your faith. Receive it with open hands, with a ready heart, with a spirit that says, I'm ready, Lord. The world might try to define you by your past, but God defines you by your future. He sees the person you're becoming, the purpose you're stepping into, the glory you're about to reflect. This breakthrough is the bridge between who you were and who you're meant to be. Cross it boldly. Don't look back. The best is yet to come, and it's coming now. This breakthrough is a divine reset, chosen one, a moment where God recalibrates your life to align with His eternal vision. It's like a compass finding true north after spinning in circles. You've wandered through seasons of confusion, moments where the path felt unclear, but now God's hand is turning you toward clarity. This isn't just a change in circumstances, it's a realignment of your soul, setting you on a course that leads straight to His purpose. You've carried questions in your heart. Why the delays? Why the struggles? Why the silence? Those questions weren't ignored. They were seeds planted in fertile ground. Every unanswered prayer, every moment of waiting, was God cultivating patience, faith, and resilience in you. Like Job, who faced loss after loss yet held fast to God's truth, you've been refined through trials. This breakthrough is the harvest, the moment those seeds burst into life, bearing fruit beyond your wildest dreams. Imagine a locked door you've been knocking on for years. You've pushed, prayed, and waited, but it wouldn't budge. Now, God's handing you the key not because you forced it, but because His timing is perfect. This breakthrough is that door swinging wide, revealing a path lined with opportunities you couldn't have planned. A new job, a restored relationship, a sudden windfall, these are just glimpses of what's waiting. Trust the one who holds the key. The beauty of this moment lies in its unpredictability. God doesn't work on your schedule. He works on his. Think of Lazarus, dead for 4 days, while his sisters grieved and wondered why Jesus delayed. But when Jesus arrived, he didn't just heal, he raised the dead. Your breakthrough is your Lazarus moment, where what seemed lost or impossible is brought back to life with power that defies logic. God's about to show up in a way that leaves no doubt. This isn't about you earning God's favor, you already have it. You were chosen before you took your first breath. Ephesians 1-4 says God chose you in him before the creation of the world. This breakthrough isn't a reward for your works. It's a fulfillment of his eternal promise. You don't need to strive or prove yourself. Your role is to receive, to stand in faith, to let God's grace flow through you like a river breaking through stone. The enemy will try to make you doubt this. They'll remind you of every time you fell short, every moment you felt unworthy. But their voice is a fading echo against God's truth. You're not defined by your stumbles, you're defined by his calling. Type 777 inches the comments to silence those lies, to declare that you're stepping into God's promise. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls claiming this same truth. This moment is yours. Own it. Your breakthrough is a spark that ignites a fire. It's not just about one moment of change, it's about setting your life ablaze with purpose. Picture a single flame catching a dry field suddenly. Everything is illuminated, transformed, alive. That's what God's doing in you. This blessing will touch your finances, your health, your relationships, but more than that, it will awaken a passion in you to live fully for him. You're not just surviving, you're burning bright. God's been weaving a tapestry in your life, and every thread, every hardship, every victory has a purpose. You couldn't see the pattern in the middle of the struggle, but now it's coming into view. This breakthrough is the moment the design becomes clear, where the chaos of your past reveals a picture of God's grace. Like Jacob, who wrestled with God and emerged with a new name, you're stepping into a new identity, one that reflects his glory. This moment demands courage, not the loud, flashy kind, but the quiet strength to trust when the path isn't fully clear. Think of Ruth, leaving her homeland to follow Naomi into an unknown future. She didn't know the harvest waiting for her, the legacy she'd build. Your breakthrough is your Ruth moment, stepping into the unknown, trusting God's leading. The harvest is coming, and it's greater than you can imagine. The world will try to pull you back. Old habits, familiar fears, people who don't understand your transformation, they'll tempt you to stay small, but God's calling you to rise. This breakthrough is your permission to let go of what no longer serves you. Release the need to please everyone. Let go of the guilt that's held you captive. Step into the freedom God's prepared, where your life becomes a testimony of his power. Your spirit is stirring because it recognizes this truth. You're not here by accident. You're here by divine appointment. This breakthrough is God's way of saying, I've seen your faith, and I'm moving. Like the woman who touched Jesus' cloak in Mark 5, your faith is pulling power from heaven. You don't need to see the full picture yet, just reach out, trust, and watch God move in ways that leave you in awe. This blessing is a bridge to your destiny. Every step you've taken through pain, through doubt, through darkness, has been leading you here. God's not just giving you a gift. He's positioning you to fulfill a purpose that echoes through eternity. Your breakthrough isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of a chapter so bold, so beautiful, it will change everything. Keep walking, chosen one. The best is unfolding now. This breakthrough is a divine collision, chosen one, where heaven's plans crash into your reality with unstoppable force. It's like a meteor striking the earth, reshaping the landscape in an instant. Your life, once marked by struggle and waiting, is about to be redefined by God's power. This isn't just a shift, it's a holy upheaval, a moment where everything you've known is turned upside down to reveal the glory God's been preparing all along. You've walked through seasons where hope felt distant, where answers seemed out of reach. Those moments weren't wasted, they were God's training ground. Like Moses, tending sheep in the wilderness for 40 years, you've been in a hidden season, learning to listen, to trust, to stand. This breakthrough is your burning bush, a divine encounter that calls you out of obscurity and into a purpose that will shake nations. God's voice is speaking now, and it's calling your name. Picture a dam breaking, not with a slow trickle, but with a flood that sweeps away everything in its path. That's the force of this blessing. It's not coming in small doses. It's an outpouring that overwhelms your doubts, drowns your fears, and fills every corner of your life with God's abundance. Your finances, your health, your dreams, they're about to be swept up in this divine current, carried toward a future you couldn't have planned. This moment is a testament to God's faithfulness. You've prayed prayers that felt unanswered, faced battles that seemed endless. But God was never absent. He was working. Think of Hannah, weeping in the temple, yearning for a child. Her cries weren't ignored. They were the prelude to Samuel's birth, a prophet who changed Israel's history. Your breakthrough is your Samuel moment, the answer that proves God hears every whispered prayer. The world may not see it yet, but you're marked for greatness. Not the kind the world chases, fleeting fame or shallow success, but a greatness that comes from carrying God's light. This breakthrough is your unveiling, the moment the curtain lifts, and the world sees the chosen one God's been shaping. Like Gideon, who thought he was the least, you're about to lead with a strength you didn't know you had. God's power is in you, and it's unstoppable. The enemy will try to make you question this. They'll point to your past, to every moment you stumbled, and whisper that you're not worthy. But Psalm 139:14 says, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made." Your worth isn't in your perfection, it's in God's purpose. Type 777 inches the comments to reject those lies, to stand firm in the truth that you are God's masterpiece. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path. This is your moment, claim it. This breakthrough is a holy exchange. You're trading ashes for beauty, mourning for joy, despair for hope. Isaiah 61:3 promises this, and God's word never fails. Every loss you've endured, every wound you've carried, is being transformed into something radiant. Your life isn't just being restored, it's being elevated, lifted to a place where you shine as a beacon of God's grace. The world will see it, and they'll stand in awe. Your journey has been a forge, chosen one, where God's been shaping you through fire. The heat of trials, the weight of challenges, they weren't meant to break you, but to refine you. Like gold purified in flames, you're emerging stronger, purer, ready to carry the weight of this blessing. This breakthrough is the moment you step out of the forge, gleaming with a purpose that reflects God's glory in every facet. Imagine a seed breaking through concrete, defying the odds to reach the light. That's you right now. The world's weight, its doubts, its limits, its chaos, tried to hold you down, but God's life in you is stronger. This breakthrough is your moment to break through the hard places, to rise above what tried to contain you. Your dreams, your calling, your destiny, they're sprouting now. unstoppable and alive. God's not just giving you a blessing, He's giving you authority. Like Joshua, who stepped into Moses' shoes and led a nation across the Jordan, you're being entrusted with a mantle. This breakthrough is your crossing, where you step into leadership, influence, and impact. You're not just receiving a gift, you're being called to steward it, to use it for God's kingdom, to change lives with the power He's placed in you. The urgency of this moment is electric. You can feel it, can't you? The air is charged with God's presence, with the promise of what's coming. This isn't a time to hesitate or second-guess. Like Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls despite opposition, you're called to act, to build, to move forward. Your breakthrough is the foundation for something eternal, something that will outlast you and echo through generations. This blessing is a divine invitation to dream bigger. God's not limited by your imagination. He's calling you to stretch it. What you thought was impossible, a thriving business, a healed body, a restored family, is just the beginning. Ephesians 3:20 says God can do far more than you could ask or think. This breakthrough is His challenge to you. Dream without limits, because His power in you knows no bounds. Keep walking, chosen one. The horizon is widening, and your future is unfolding. This breakthrough is a divine awakening, chosen one, a moment where God stirs your spirit to see the world through His eyes. It's like scales falling from your vision, revealing a reality where every obstacle is a stepping stone, every closed door a prelude to a greater opening. Your life isn't just changing, it's being reborn, infused with a clarity that cuts through the fog of doubt and fear. God's calling you to see yourself as He does, unstoppable, chosen, destined for greatness. You've walked through valleys where shadows loomed large, where the weight of the world pressed hard. Those moments weren't meant to crush you. They were God's chisel, carving strength into your soul. Like Paul, who found purpose in a prison cell, you've been shaped by confinement, not defined by it. This breakthrough is your release, the moment the chains fall, and you step into a freedom that radiates God's power. Your story is about to shine as a testament to His grace. Picture a lighthouse standing firm against a raging storm, its beam cutting through the darkness to guide lost ships home. That's you right now. This breakthrough is your light, piercing through the chaos of your past, illuminating a path for others. Your healing, your provision, your victory. They're not just for you. They're a beacon, drawing those who are lost to the safety of God's love. Your life is becoming a signal of hope, a proof that He never fails. God's timing is a mystery, but it's always perfect. You might have wondered why certain doors stayed shut, why certain dreams lingered out of reach. Think of Sarah, who laughed at the promise of a child in her old age, only to hold Isaac in her arms. Your breakthrough is your Isaac moment, a promise fulfilled when logic said it was too late. God's not bound by time or circumstance, and He's moving now, bringing life to what you thought was barren. This blessing carries weight, chosen one. It's not a fleeting gift, but a responsibility. God's entrusting you with resources, money, influence, opportunities, not to hoard, but to multiply. Like the servant in the parable of the talents, you're called to invest what you're given, to turn God's provision into a legacy of impact. This breakthrough is your seed, and the harvest depends on your faithfulness. Step boldly into this calling, knowing God's equipped you for it. The enemy will try to sow confusion. They'll whisper that this moment is too good to be true, that you're not ready, that you don't deserve it. But Romans 8:31 says, "If God is for us, who can be against us? Their lies are powerless against His truth." You're not defined by their doubts, you're defined by God's promise. Type 777 inches the comments to stand firm in this truth, to declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls embracing this same victory. This breakthrough is a holy interruption, crashing into the ordinary rhythm of your life. It's like a sudden gust of wind, rearranging everything in its path. Your plans, your routines, your expectations, they're being reshaped by God's hand. What you thought was the end is just the beginning. Like Jonah, who thought the whale's belly was his grave, you're about to be spit out onto the shore of a new destiny, ready to fulfill God's purpose. Your faith has been your anchor, chosen one. Every prayer you whispered, every moment you chose to trust despite the pain, it's all been building toward this. God's been keeping a record, and He's about to repay you double for your trouble. Zechariah 9:12 promises restoration for those who hope in Him. This breakthrough is your restoration, a divine repayment for every tear, every sacrifice. Your faithfulness hasn't gone unnoticed. God's about to show the world what He does for His own. Imagine a symphony, each note of your life, highs and lows coming together in a crescendo. This breakthrough is the climax, where every struggle, every victory, blends into a melody of God's glory. Your life is no longer a series of disconnected moments. It's a masterpiece, played out for the world to hear. People will listen to your story and marvel, not at you, but at the God who orchestrated it. Your breakthrough is His song, sung through you. This moment is a divine partnership. God's not just handing you a blessing, He's inviting you to co-create with Him. Like Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls with God's vision and human hands, you're called to build something lasting. This breakthrough is your blueprint, the resources and opportunities you need to construct a life that honors Him. Don't just receive it, use it. Build boldly, knowing God's guiding every step. The world might try to box you in, to tell you who you are or what you can achieve. But this breakthrough shatters those limits. You're not bound by society's rules, your past mistakes, or others' expectations. God's calling you to a life without ceilings, where your potential stretches as far as His power. Philippians 4:13 says, "You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you." This breakthrough is your proof, a moment where the impossible becomes your reality. Your heart feels the shift, doesn't it? The stirring, the quickening. It's God's Spirit moving in you, preparing you for what's next. This breakthrough isn't just about what you gain, it's about who you're becoming. Like a caterpillar breaking free from its cocoon, you're emerging as something new, something beautiful. The world will see wings where they once saw struggle, and they'll know it was God who transformed you. Keep moving forward, chosen one. The sky is waiting. This breakthrough is a divine spark, chosen one, igniting a fire that will burn away every limitation in your life. It's like a match struck in a dark room, suddenly revealing what's been hidden all along. Your struggles, your doubts, your fears, they're being consumed by God's light, replaced with a vision so clear it redefines your future. This isn't just a moment of change, it's a holy ignition, setting your soul ablaze with purpose and power. You've carried burdens that felt too heavy, walked paths that seemed too steep. Those moments weren't meant to defeat you, they were God's gym, building strength you didn't know you had. Like David facing Goliath, you've been training in the fields, slinging stones at smaller battles, preparing for this giant-slaying moment. Your breakthrough is your sling and stone, a weapon of faith that topples every obstacle in your path. God's hand is guiding your aim, and you cannot miss. Picture a river finding its course after years of being blocked. The water doesn't hesitate, it flows, carving new channels, bringing life to dry places. That's your breakthrough. It's not a trickle of blessing, but a torrent, rushing into every area of your life. Your finances, your relationships, your health, they're about to be refreshed by God's unstoppable provision. Your job is to let the current carry you, to trust the flow He's set in motion. This moment is a divine unveiling, where God pulls back the veil to show you who you've always been. Think of Elisha's servant, whose eyes were opened to see heaven's armies surrounding him. Your breakthrough is your eye-opening moment, where you see God's protection, His provision, His plan. The fears that once clouded your vision are clearing, and you're seeing the truth. You're never alone, and God's army is fighting for you. Your faith has been a seed planted in the soil of hardship. Every tear, every prayer, every moment you chose to trust, it's been growing roots deep beneath the surface. Now, that seed is breaking through, reaching for the light. This breakthrough is your bloom, a vibrant display of God's faithfulness. 2 Corinthians 5-7 says, "We walk by faith, not by sight." Your faith is bearing fruit now, and it's more beautiful than you could have imagined. The enemy will try to cast shadows, whispering that this blessing is too big, too sudden, too good. But their words are dust against God's truth. You're not bound by their lies, you're bound for glory. Type 777 inches, the comments to claim this promise, to tell the universe you're standing in God's light. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path of victory. This is your time, don't let it slip by. This breakthrough is a divine redefinition. The world may have labeled you by your past, your failures, your struggles, your losses, but God's giving you a new name. Like Jacob, who became Israel after wrestling with God, you're stepping into an identity that reflects your destiny. This blessing isn't just about what you receive, it's about who you're becoming, a chosen one, marked by heaven, called to shine in a world desperate for hope. Your life is a canvas, and God's brush is moving with bold strokes. Every challenge you've faced, every moment of pain, was a shadow that's now giving way to light. This breakthrough is the masterpiece revealed, where the colors of your story, grief, resilience, faith, blend into a picture of God's glory. People will look at you and see not just your transformation, but the artist who made it possible. Imagine a fret bird breaking free from its cage, wings stretching wide for the first time. That's you right now. The bars of doubt, fear, and limitation are gone, and God's calling you to soar. This breakthrough is your flight, lifting you above the storms, into a sky where possibilities are endless. Your dreams, your calling, your purpose, they're not out of reach anymore. They're in your grasp, and God's wind is beneath your wings. This moment is a holy assignment. God's not just blessing you, He's commissioning you. Like Esther, who stepped into a palace to save her people, you're being positioned for impact. This breakthrough is your platform, your chance to speak life, to bring hope, to change lives. You're not just receiving a gift, you're being entrusted with a mission. Step into it with courage, knowing God's already paved the way. The world will try to pull you back to the familiar, to the comfort of what you've always known. But this breakthrough is God's invitation to leave the old behind. Like Abraham, called to leave his homeland for a place he'd never seen, you're being asked to trust the journey. The promise is greater than the past you're leaving. Let go of what was, and embrace what is a future written by God's hand. Your spirit feels the weight of this moment, doesn't it? It's not heavy, it's holy. It's the pull of destiny, the call of a life aligned with God's purpose. This breakthrough is your launching point, where every step forward is a step into His plan. Like Mary, who said yes to God's impossible call, your yes is unlocking miracles. Say it now, in faith, and watch heaven move on your behalf. Keep walking, chosen one. The path is unfolding, and it's leading to glory. This breakthrough is a divine echo, chosen one, resonating with the promises God spoke over you before time began. It's like a sound wave rippling across a still lake, stirring everything in its path. Your life, once quiet with routine or struggle, is now vibrating with heaven's frequency, calling you into alignment with a destiny written in the stars. This isn't just a change, it's a holy reverberation, shaking loose every chain and awakening your soul to God's eternal plan. You've walked through moments where the silence felt deafening, where God's voice seemed far away. Those weren't moments of abandonment. They were God's classroom, teaching you to hear His whisper in the chaos. Like Samuel, who learned to recognize God's voice in the night, you've been trained to discern His call. This breakthrough is your "Speak, Lord" moment, where His voice becomes clear, guiding you into a future brighter than you've dared to dream. Picture a mountain splitting open, revealing a hidden spring of living water. That's your breakthrough. A sudden release of God's provision, flowing from a source you didn't see coming. It's rushing into your finances, your health, your purpose, bringing life where there was dryness. You don't need to dig for it or earn it. Your job is to stand in its flow, to let it wash over you and carry you into God's abundance. This moment is a divine recalibration, where God adjusts your perspective to match His. You've seen yourself through the world's eyes, flawed, limited, ordinary, but God sees a masterpiece, a vessel of His glory. Like Peter, who went from fisherman to foundation of the church, you're being redefined by heaven's truth. This breakthrough is your moment to step into that truth, to live as the chosen one God always knew you to be. Your faith has been your compass, guiding you through storms when the path wasn't clear. Every time you chose to trust, every time you prayed through the pain, you were drawing closer to this moment. Psalm 23:1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." This breakthrough is God proving that promise, filling every need, meeting every desire with a provision that overflows. Your faith has led you here, and it's about to be rewarded. The enemy will try to cloud this moment with doubt. They'll point to your past, to every time you felt unworthy or stuck, but their voice is powerless against God's declaration. You're not who you were, you're who He's making you. Type 777 inches the comments to anchor this truth, to tell the heavens you're claiming His promise. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls stepping into this same victory. This is your hour, don't let it pass. This breakthrough is a holy collision where your ordinary life meets God's extraordinary plan. It's like a star bursting into light, illuminating everything around it. Your struggles, your waiting, your battles, they're being transformed into a radiance that draws others to God. Your life isn't just changing, it's becoming a testimony, a living proof that His promises endure. People will see your light and know only God could have done this. God's been writing a story in your life, and every chapter, every tear, every triumph has been leading to this page. Like Ruth, who gleaned in fields and found favor, your faithfulness in small moments is about to yield a harvest. This breakthrough is your Boaz moment, where God brings provision and purpose together in a way that changes everything. Your story is turning, and the next chapter is breathtaking. Imagine a locked vault, its treasures hidden for years. God's handing you the key, not because you forced the lock, but because he trusts you with what's inside. This breakthrough is your vault opening, revealing riches, spiritual, emotional, financial, that you were always meant to carry. It's not just about receiving, it's about stewarding God's gifts, using them to build his kingdom and bless those around you. This moment is a divine acceleration. You've been moving at a steady pace, but God's pressing the pedal, speeding you toward your destiny. Like Elijah, who outran Ahab's chariot by God's power, you're about to move faster than you thought possible. Opportunities, connections, miracles, they're coming at a pace that defies logic. Your job is to keep running, to trust God's speed, to follow his lead without hesitation. The world will try to slow you down, to tether you to old patterns or expectations. But this breakthrough is your freedom, your chance to break loose and run unhindered. Like the Israelites crossing the Red Sea, you're leaving captivity behind, stepping into a land of promise. The waters are parting now, chosen one. Don't look back at Egypt. Keep moving toward the life God's prepared for you. Your heart feels the pulse of this moment, doesn't it? It's not just excitement, it's divine alignment. You're syncing with God's rhythm, stepping into his timing. This breakthrough is your metronome, setting the pace for a life that beats with his purpose. Like Mary Magdalene, who went from brokenness to bearing witness to the resurrection, you're being called to carry God's glory. Step forward, chosen one. The world is waiting to see his light in you. This breakthrough is a divine eruption. Chosen one, a moment where God's power bursts through the surface of your life like a volcano, reshaping everything in its wake. It's not a subtle shift, but a seismic event, shaking the foundations of doubt and fear that once held you. Your world, your finances, your dreams, your spirit is about to be transformed by a force so mighty it can only come from heaven. This is God's glory breaking through, and you're at the center of it. You've walked through seasons where the ground felt unsteady, where every step tested your resolve. Those weren't moments of weakness, they were God's forge, tempering your faith into something unbreakable. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who faced the fiery furnace and emerged untouched, you've been through flames that didn't destroy you. This breakthrough is your moment to step out, unscathed, radiating the strength God's built in you. Picture a sunrise after the longest night, its light spilling over the horizon, chasing away shadows. That's your breakthrough, a dawn that ends the darkness of struggle and ushers in a day of promise. Your health, your relationships, your purpose, they're being bathed in God's light, renewed and restored. You don't need to chase this dawn, it's rising over you now, and all you have to do is stand in its warmth. This moment is a divine recalibration of your heart. You've carried burdens, guilt, regret, fear that weren't yours to bear. God's lifting them now, replacing them with peace that anchors your soul. Think of the woman caught in adultery, facing judgment, only to hear Jesus say, "Neither do I condemn you." Your breakthrough is your moment of grace, where God's mercy redefines you, setting you free to live without shame. Your faith has been your lifeline, chosen one, tethering you to God through every storm. Every prayer you whispered, every time you trusted despite the odds, it's been weaving a cord that can't be broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, "A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. You, your faith, and God's promise form that cord, and this breakthrough is the moment it holds fast, pulling you into a future of abundance." The enemy will try to dim this light, whispering that you're not ready, that this blessing is too big. But their words are dust against God's truth. You're not defined by their lies, you're defined by His calling. Type 777 inches the comments to silence those doubts, to declare that God's promise is yours. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls standing in this victory. This is your moment. Seize it. This breakthrough is a holy reclamation where God takes back what the enemy stole. Your joy, your confidence, your dreams, they were never lost, just hidden. Like the prodigal son returning home to a father's embrace, you're stepping into a restoration that feels like coming home. This blessing is God's way of saying, what was taken is being returned, and it's coming back multiplied. Your life is a garden, and God's been tending it through every season. The droughts, the storms, the barren moments, they were all part of His care, preparing the soil for growth. This breakthrough is your harvest, where seeds of faith you planted long ago burst into bloom. Like the vineyard in Isaiah 27:2-3, God's been watching over you, guarding you, and now your life is about to bear fruit that feeds others. Imagine a ship breaking free from the harbor, sails catching the wind, heading for open waters. That's you, right now. The ropes of fear, doubt, and limitation are cut, and God's wind is propelling you forward. This breakthrough is your voyage, taking you to new horizons, new opportunities, new connections, new purpose. You don't need to steer alone. God's your captain, guiding you to shores of promise. This moment is a divine commissioning. God's not just blessing you, He's anointing you for a mission. Like Deborah, who led with wisdom and courage, you're being called to rise as a leader, a light, a force for change. This breakthrough is your mantle, equipping you to speak truth, to bring hope, to shift atmospheres. You're not just receiving a gift, you're being sent to deliver one to the world. The world will try to keep you small, to fit you into its mold of mediocrity. But this breakthrough is God's declaration that you were never meant for ordinary. Like John the Baptist, preparing the way in the wilderness, you're called to stand out, to proclaim truth, to live boldly. Your life is about to defy expectations, showing the world what happens when God moves in a chosen one. Your spirit feels the pull of this moment, doesn't it? It's not just anticipation, it's alignment with eternity. You're stepping into God's rhythm, where every heartbeat syncs with His purpose. This breakthrough is your invitation to dance with the divine, to move with His grace, to live with His power. Like Miriam, who sang of deliverance by the Red Sea, you're about to sing a new song, one that echoes God's glory. Keep moving, chosen one. The music is just beginning. This breakthrough is a divine ignition. Chosen one, a spark from heaven that sets your life ablaze with God's purpose. It's like a wildfire catching dry ground, spreading light and heat to every corner of your existence. Your struggles, your waiting, your quiet battles, they're fuel for this flame, and God's fanning it into a blaze that no force can extinguish. This isn't just a moment, it's a holy inferno, transforming your life into a beacon of His glory. You've walked paths where the air felt thick with resistance, where every step demanded courage. Those weren't detours, they were God's training grounds, sharpening your spirit for this hour. Like Esther, who faced a king to save her people, you've been prepared in the unseen moments for a public victory. This breakthrough is your throne room moment, where you step into authority, crowned by God's favor, ready to fulfill His call. Picture a dam bursting, its waters surging forward, unstoppable, flooding barren lands with life. That's your breakthrough, a rush of God's provision that revitalizes every dry place in your life. Your finances, your dreams, your relationships, They're about to be swept up in this divine flood, carried toward a future of abundance. You don't need to control the flow. Your role is to trust it, to let God's current guide you to new horizons. This moment is a holy recalibration of your soul's compass. You've been guided by the world's directions, its fears, its limits, its noise, but God's resetting your course. Think of Jonah, redirected by a whale to Nineveh's shores. Your breakthrough is your redirection, where God turns you from wandering to purpose, from survival to destiny. His voice is clear now, calling you to a path that leads straight to his heart. Your faith has been your anchor, holding you steady when waves crashed hard. Every moment you chose to believe, every prayer you spoke in the dark, it's been building a foundation for this blessing. Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." This breakthrough is your desires coming to life, not because you forced them, but because you trusted him. Your delight is about to bear fruit. The enemy will try to cast doubt, whispering that this moment is too sudden, too grand, but their lies can't stand against God's truth. You're not defined by their shadows, you're defined by his light. Type 777 inches, the comments to claim this victory, to tell the heavens you're standing in his promise. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls embracing this same truth. This is your hour. Step into it boldly. This breakthrough is a divine tapestry, woven with every thread of your life story. Your joys, your sorrows, your victories, they're all part of God's intricate design, coming together in a pattern only he could create. Like Joseph's coat, torn by betrayal but restored by favor, your life is being woven into something beautiful. This blessing is the moment the tapestry is revealed, showing the world God's artistry through you. Imagine a seed splitting open, its roots breaking rock apart to reach sunlight. That's you right now. The hard places, your struggles, your setbacks tried to contain you, but God's life in you is stronger. This breakthrough is your emergence, where you push through resistance to bloom in his light. Your purpose, your calling, your dreams, they're breaking free, ready to flourish in ways you never imagined. This moment is a holy summons, calling you to rise as a vessel of God's power. Like Moses, who lifted his staff to part the sea, you're being given authority to shift what seems impossible. This breakthrough is your staff, a tool of divine power that opens paths where none existed. You're not just receiving a blessing, you're being equipped to lead, to heal, to change lives with God's might flowing through you. The world will try to dim your shine, to pull you back into its gray routine. But this breakthrough is God's declaration that you were made for color, for light, for impact. Like Daniel, who stood firm in a foreign land, you're called to stand out, to live differently. Your life is about to defy the ordinary, showing the world what happens when a chosen one walks in God's favor. Your spirit feels the surge of this moment, doesn't it? It's not just hope, it's certainty, the kind that comes from knowing God's at work. This breakthrough is your launch pad, propelling you into a life aligned with his purpose. Like Rahab, who turned from her past to secure a legacy, you're stepping into a future that redeems every moment. Keep moving, chosen one. The stars are aligning, and your destiny is calling. This breakthrough is a divine unveiling, chosen one, where God pulls back the curtain to reveal the masterpiece he's been crafting in you. It's like a sculptor chiseling away stone to uncover a statue of breathtaking beauty. Your life, once rough and unformed, is now taking shape, showing the world the glory God's been carving through every trial. This isn't just a moment of change, it's a revelation of your true identity, etched by heaven's hand. You've walked through shadows where hope seemed faint, where the weight of the unknown pressed hard. Those weren't moments of defeat. They were God's studio, where He shaped your resilience, your faith, your strength. Like Jeremiah, called to speak truth in a rebellious land, you've been molded in the quiet struggles for a bold purpose. This breakthrough is your moment to step into the light, where the world sees the work God's done in you. Picture a riverbed, dry for years, suddenly filled with rushing water after a storm. That's your breakthrough, a sudden surge of God's provision, flooding every parched area of your life. Your dreams, your finances, your spirit, they're being revived by a current that can't be stopped. You don't need to search for it. It's flowing to you now, carrying you toward a future of abundance you couldn't have planned. This moment is a holy recalibration of your vision. You've seen yourself through the lens of the world, its doubts, its limits, its judgments. But God's giving you new eyes, ones that see His truth. Think of Bartimaeus, blind until Jesus restored his sight. Your breakthrough is your sight restored, where you see God's promises clearly, unclouded by fear or failure. You're not who they say you are, you're who He says you are. Your faith has been your foundation, holding you steady when the ground shook beneath you. Every time you trusted God, every moment you chose hope over despair, you were laying bricks for this moment. Psalm 18:2 says, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer." This breakthrough is your fortress rising, a stronghold of God's promises that no enemy can breach. Your faith is bearing fruit, and it's unshakable. The enemy will try to sow confusion, whispering that this blessing is too sudden, too big for you. But their words are powerless against God's voice. You're not defined by their lies, you're defined by His purpose. Type 777 inches the comments to stand firm in this truth, to declare that God's promise is yours. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls embracing this victory. This is your time, step into it with courage. This breakthrough is a divine overflow, spilling beyond the edges of your life into the lives of others. It's like a cup running over, its contents blessing everyone around it. Your healing, your provision, your joy, they're not just for you. They're meant to pour out, lifting your family, your community, your world. Like Philip, who shared the gospel with one man and sparked a revival, your breakthrough will ripple outward, touching lives you'll never know. Your journey has been a crucible, where God's fire refined your heart. Every loss, every doubt, every moment of pain, it was heat shaping you into something stronger, purer. Like gold tested in flames, you're emerging radiant, ready to carry the weight of this blessing. This breakthrough is your moment to shine, not for your glory, but for God's, reflecting His light in a world desperate for hope. Imagine a gate swinging open, revealing a path lined with beauty and promise. That's you right now, stepping through a doorway God's prepared. The barriers fear, lack, rejection are gone, and the path ahead is yours to walk. This breakthrough is your invitation to move forward, to explore a future where every step is guided by His hand. You don't need to force the gate. God's already opened it. This moment is a divine empowerment, where God equips you to build His kingdom. Like Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls with vision and resolve, you're being given tools to construct something lasting. This breakthrough is your supply resources, opportunities, wisdom to create a legacy that honors God. You're not just receiving a gift, you're being entrusted with a mission to change lives. The world will try to tether you to its limits, to keep you in its small story. But this breakthrough is God's proclamation that you were made for more. Like John, exiled on Patmos yet receiving heaven's revelation, You're called to see beyond the ordinary. Your life is about to defy the world's rules, showing what happens when a chosen one walks in God's favor. Your story is bigger than their boundaries. Your spirit feels the tremor of this moment, doesn't it? It's not just excitement, it's the pulse of destiny. You're aligning with God's eternal rhythm, moving in sync with His purpose. This breakthrough is your dance with the divine, where every step is choreographed by His grace. Like David, dancing before the ark, you're called to move with joy, to live with passion, to reflect God's glory. Keep dancing, chosen one. The music is yours. This breakthrough is a divine detonation, chosen one. A moment where God's power explodes into your life, shattering every barrier that's held you back. It's like a star bursting in the night sky, scattering light across the darkness. Your struggles, your fears, your waiting, they're being blasted apart by a force that only heaven can unleash. This isn't just a change, it's a holy eruption, redefining your reality with God's unstoppable glory. You've walked through seasons where the weight felt crushing, where hope seemed like a flicker in a storm. Those weren't moments of defeat, they were God's workshop, forging you into a vessel of strength. Like Elijah, who faced drought and despair, yet saw God's provision, you've been shaped by scarcity for abundance. This breakthrough is your cloud on the horizon, a sign that God's rain of blessings is about to pour down, transforming your dry places into rivers of life. Picture a locked chest, its contents hidden for years, now springing open to reveal treasures beyond imagination. That's your breakthrough, a sudden unveiling of God's riches, flooding your life with provision. Your finances, your health, your purpose, they're being filled with wealth you didn't earn but were destined to receive. You don't need to pry it open. God's key is turning, and the treasures are yours to claim. This moment is a holy realignment, where God shifts your perspective to match His eternal view. You've seen your life through a lens of limitation, doubt, failure, fear, but God's giving you His eyes. Think of Elisha, praying for his servant to see heaven's armies. Your breakthrough is your vision cleared, where you see God's protection and power surrounding you. You're not small or ordinary, you're a warrior in His kingdom, chosen for greatness. Your faith has been your shield, guarding you through battles seen and unseen. Every time you trusted God, every moment you stood firm despite the odds, you were strengthening that shield. Psalm 91:4 says, "His faithfulness is your shield and rampart." This breakthrough is your shield raised high, deflecting every attack, protecting you as you step into His promises. Your faith is your defense, and it's unbreakable. The enemy will try to rattle you, whispering that this blessing is too sudden, too much. But their noise can't drown out God's voice. You're not defined by their doubts, you're defined by His purpose. Type 777 inches the comments to claim this truth, to tell the heavens you're standing in His promise. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls embracing this victory. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away. This breakthrough is a divine overflow, spilling beyond your life into the world around you. It's like a spring breaking through stone, nourishing everything it touches. Your healing, your prosperity, your joy, they're not just for you. They're meant to water dry hearts, to bring life to those who've lost hope. Like Barnabas, who sold his land to support the early church, your breakthrough will bless others, creating a ripple of God's love. Your journey has been a refining fire, burning away what doesn't belong. Every trial, every tear, every moment of doubt, it was God purifying your spirit, preparing you for this. Like silver tested in a furnace, you're emerging shining, ready to reflect His glory. This breakthrough is your moment to step out of the flames, radiant with purpose, showing the world what God can do with a willing heart. Imagine a sail catching the wind, propelling a ship across vast waters. That's you right now, lifted by God's breath, moving toward uncharted shores. This breakthrough is your wind, carrying you to new opportunities, new connections, new dreams. You don't need to row harder. God's Spirit is your strength, guiding you to places you never thought you'd reach. Trust the wind and sail boldly. This moment is a holy commissioning, where God anoints you for a purpose greater than yourself. Like Isaiah, who said, "Here am I, send me." You're being called to carry his message, to shine his light. This breakthrough is your mantle, equipping you with wisdom, courage, and resources to impact lives. You're not just receiving a blessing, you're being sent to be one, to change the world with God's power. The world will try to chain you to its small vision, to keep you in its predictable rhythm. But this breakthrough is God's invitation to break free, to live beyond their rules. Like Paul, preaching truth from a prison cell, you're called to rise above confinement. Your life is about to defy expectations, showing what happens when a chosen one walks in God's favor. You were made for more than ordinary. Your spirit feels the surge of this moment, doesn't it? It's not just a feeling, it's a divine current, pulling you into God's plan. This breakthrough is your tide, lifting you above the waves of doubt and fear. Like Noah, who built an ark in a world that mocked him, you're called to act in faith, to build what God's shown you. Keep moving, chosen one. The flood is coming, and it's carrying you to promise. This breakthrough is a divine collision, chosen one, where God's eternal purpose crashes into your present reality with unstoppable force. It's like a comet streaking across a quiet sky, leaving a trail of light that changes everything it touches. Your life, once marked by routine or struggle, is now being ignited by a power that reshapes your path. This isn't just a moment of change, it's a holy impact, setting your destiny ablaze with God's glory. You've walked through seasons where the ground seemed to shift beneath you, where every step felt uncertain. Those weren't moments of weakness, they were God's training field, strengthening your spirit for this hour. Like Joshua, who circled Jericho's walls in faith, you've been walking in obedience, trusting God's plan. This breakthrough is your walls falling, a victory that opens doors to a promised land you couldn't see before. Picture a spring bursting from the earth, its waters carving new paths through barren ground. That's your breakthrough, a sudden flow of God's provision, bringing life to every dry place in your world. Your finances, your health, your dreams, they're being revived by a current that knows no limits. You don't need to chase it. God's stream is rushing toward you, and your role is to stand in its refreshing power. This moment is a holy recalibration of your heart's rhythm. You've lived to the beat of the world's demands, its pressures, its fears, its noise, but God's tuning you to his frequency. Think of Mary, who sat at Jesus' feet while Martha toiled. Your breakthrough is your moment to sit, to listen, to align with God's peace. You're not defined by the world's chaos. You're defined by his calm, his purpose, his call. Your faith has been your compass, guiding you through fog and storms. Every time you chose to trust, every prayer you spoke in the dark, you were charting a course toward this blessing. Psalm 119-105 says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." This breakthrough is your light shining bright, illuminating the way forward. Your faith has led you here, and it's about to reveal a path of promise. The enemy will try to disrupt this moment, whispering that you're not ready, that this blessing is too much. But their words are shadows against God's truth. You're not bound by their doubts, you're bound for His glory. Type 777 inches the comments to declare this victory, to tell the heavens you're claiming His promise. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls stepping into this truth. This is your time. Embrace it fully. This breakthrough is a divine restoration, where God rebuilds what life has torn down. Your hope, your confidence, your vision, they've been battered, but not broken. Like Nehemiah restoring Jerusalem's walls, God's restoring your life brick by brick. This blessing is your rebuilding moment, where every loss becomes a foundation for something greater, something eternal, something only God could design. Your journey has been a forge, where God's fire has shaped you into a weapon of His light. Every trial, every tear, every moment of doubt, it was heat refining your strength. Like a sword tempered in flames, you're emerging sharp, ready to cut through darkness. This breakthrough is your moment to wield that strength, to shine as a beacon of God's power in a world that needs your light. Imagine a seed breaking through frozen ground, defying winter to reach for spring. That's you right now, pushing past the cold of hardship to bloom in God's warmth. The resistance, fear, lack, rejection couldn't hold you down. This breakthrough is your springtime, where your purpose, your dreams, your calling burst into life. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, and the world will see it. This moment is a holy empowerment, where God anoints you to carry His authority. Like David, anointed as king while still a shepherd, you're being marked for a role bigger than you imagined. This breakthrough is your oil, poured out to equip you for leadership, for impact, for change. You're not just receiving a gift, you're being called to rule in His name, to bring His kingdom to earth. The world will try to box you in, to keep you tethered to its small plans. But this breakthrough is God's invitation to break free, to live beyond their limits. Like John the Baptist, crying out in the wilderness, you're called to speak truth, to stand apart. Your life is about to defy the ordinary, showing what happens when a chosen one walks in God's favor. You were made for greatness, not confinement. Your spirit feels the pulse of this moment, doesn't it? It's not just a spark, it's a divine rhythm, syncing you with God's eternal beat. This breakthrough is your song, a melody of faith and promise that resonates through your life. Like Miriam, leading Israel in worship after the Red Sea parted, you're called to sing of God's deliverance. Keep singing, chosen one. The notes are rising, and your victory is unfolding.